Alright, it's time for a soap test. No, a lather test, or a bubble test, or a suds test. Call it whatever you like. So today I'm going to be doing a test on several soaps. Well, 3 actually, not several, but I guess 3 could be several depending on, well, how well you count. So one will be the Barista soap, which darkened quite substantially. I think I put a little too much cocoa powder in it and it just cured a little darker than I had hoped. We're going to be doing the Minty Bunny made with my own fresh mint from here on the farm. But we won't be doing the bunny himself because I'm almost sold out of them and I want to keep them on hand. But I had some overpour when I made them and I poured a heart. So we'll be doing the heart instead of the bunny. So 2 hearts are better than 1, right? And my herbalist blend. All right. So, wow, things have been so busy, but I am feeling great. And tomorrow is a big day at work. So why am I doing this? I just felt like I needed to do this. Needed to, so I'm doing it. I feel like keeping fresh content for you is important, but also to show, I think it's important to be naked about soap making. And what do I mean by that? Obviously, I don't mean going naked, but being honest and showing you what soaps, natural soaps do. And I've done this in the past, but it never hurts to do it again, right? All right, so we're going to start with the mint soap. And I want you to notice that it floats. I think that is just wonderful. All right, so, wow, I can smell the mint up here. That's nice. Which I knew it would be very minty because of the amount of mint in it. Plus I added peppermint essential oil to it too, so I really like that a lot. Very, very nice. Oh yes. Oh, that feels terrific and it smells wonderful. And in these times of COVID, I've gotten such a habit of counting in my head. And I do it a couple ways. One of the ways is by singing that little song that I was singing, and that's why I was singing it actually, as I had just washed my hands, and I thought, I'm going to be doing a lather test, and that song just felt appropriate. Wash me clean. And I'm no singer, so if you get an opportunity, listen to it. It's on YouTube by Katie Lang. I don't know that she is the sole writer or if she wrote it at all, but she did do the song several years ago. And it's just a beautiful song. So if you get a chance, listen to Wash Me Clean by Katie Lang. You will realize how much I butchered it. All right. The Barista. This is the coffee soap. And this is one that has both coffee essential oil and cacao essential oil. And I will tell you this, I believe, I will always be honest with you. I believe I put too much of the cacao essential oil in. Wow, it's a great bubble. I think I put too much of the cacao essential oil in it because I can smell the coffee. Now it's stronger. Before it hit the water, I could smell the cacao, the chocolatey smell. But now I smell the coffee. So I guess it's those grounds on top were just kind of disguising it a bit. Oh, that smells terrific. Good. I don't have to apologize. I was going to say, I'm sorry, but it smells like chocolate and you can't smell the coffee. And yes, it does make, of course, sort of a brown suds. That's the coffee. But it's mildly exfoliating the little bits of coffee. And it also helps to build up such a nice lather as well. Very nice. I really like this one. So I'm going to post on the screen the 3 winners, and this time I'm going to remember to post on the screen the winners of the cardamom cream lotion that I made recently, and I said I would pick 3 posts and you would all win a free jar, and that's free shipping, that's everything free to your door. So your names are going to be on the screens. All you have to do is email me to the email you see there on the screen. Don't post your address in here on YouTube. That's never a good idea. There are some scary people out there that troll these kind of channels, unfortunately. So email me your address and I'll get it mailed off to you. Really excited about that. I love drawings. And this is my Herbalist Blend. This is the one full of all sorts of wonderful, it's got anise and it's got fresh herbs in it, of thyme and basil, and it just smells so good. I can smell the fennel. It's one of my favorites to make, and one of my customer favorites too, which never surprised me because I think this soap is kind of magic. No, I'm not kidding when I say that. Maybe a little bit, but you know, there was a time in history when herbalists and, well, the healers in different communities used herbal blends of different types to help treat lots of different maladies. And some of those are treated by the mere fragrance of some of those. Now, I'm not saying you can sniff mint and you're going to find a cure for cancer. I wish that were true, but no, it isn't. But some people really do believe that herbs are restorative, and just smelling them and feeling them on the skin can be beneficial, they believe. And isn't a lot, now please understand, I believe very much in science. I'm not much for woo-woo or magic, only because I don't have much evidence of that. There's a little more evidence, in my opinion, of science. But let me say this. I believe that belief is powerful. And that's why you've heard of the placebo effect? That's where they give a medicine to people in a group, and then some people just get a sugar pill. And sometimes those people that get the sugar pill have the same positive effect as those that actually took the medication. And this has been known for a very long time. It's called the placebo effect. You can look that up online as well. There are many great books written on the subject, studies done by several big colleges. And that's not always a bad thing. There were people that used to be called hypochondriacs. These were people that believed that they had illnesses or conditions that perhaps they didn't really have, but they believed they had. They weren't lying. They weren't making it up. They truly felt and believed they had this. So sometimes, because it was a condition brought on by a belief or perhaps some misinformation they received at one point or another, not always certainly by fault of their own, sometimes they would be given a placebo, and the doctor or the pharmacist would tell them, this will help with that condition, but you must take it 3 times a day, religiously, you must eat with it, you must exercise. They would do that with certain pills because sometimes that's all it took. Let me tell you something my mother did. And she's dead, so you can't be upset at her now, but one of the things that my grandmother and my mother both did was that they would create spells in a sense for people. Now let me explain what that means. I actually have one of my mother's cookie recipes that it's not a heavily guarded secret, but it's something I hold very dear to me because my mother gave it to me. But she would make these cookies and give them to, for instance, a man who couldn't find a woman, couldn't get a date, or couldn't get the courage to talk to women. Or guys who actually repelled women sometimes, right? And I remember one man that came to our house that was like that my mother talked to once. This was when we lived up in the mountains in Northern California. And so my mother wrote out a spell, which basically were instructions as follows. To eat these cookies, eat one of the cookies, and then say some words, and then follow a few steps. So the words were, I am a lovable man. And then the third line, then the instruction might be, take a long shower and make sure to scrub 20 times under each of your armpits and to scrub 20 times in the crotch of between your legs, right? Because this man had body odor. And this was my mother's way of using this love spell to help him, because by bathing, so it wasn't really magic, it wasn't the cookies, but it was the belief that he had in my mother, that he followed these instructions. One of the things was to comb. She gave him some oil that had some, I don't remember, I think it was oregano oil, but there was something else in it, and I don't remember to this day what the other, I'd have to look in her book. I still have her book of recipes and things, and I need to look there. But anyway, one of the recipes was an oil that he would comb through his hair. And she actually instructed him to change his part. He really never parted his hair. His hair was kind of greasy and dirty looking. And so she was having him wash his hair. She was having him put something in his hair and comb his hair, to shave. And while he was shaving, to say an incantation. And the incantation was basically simple words. There was nothing magical or devilish in what she was telling him. The magic words were oftentimes something like, I am strong, I am lovable, I'm a good man. Now I sound like Stuart Smiley, a character from Saturday Night Live, don't I? But this works on a lot of people. It helps them. So I hope you understand why I'm telling you these stories. It's because sometimes we all need to be washed clean. Sometimes of negative thoughts in our mind, sometimes just of bad memories from maybe a brutal past that you've had, maybe a brutal present that you're in now. I hope that's not the case. But that sometimes treating yourself well, taking a shower, combing your hair. I'm not pointing this toward any of you. I'm just saying this kind of goes along with my belief about the Herbalist Blend. That by making a soap that smells so good that it smells almost like it could do you some good, and it gets someone to bathe, and it gets someone to maybe feel a little bit better. I know I feel better after I bathe. I don't know about you, especially if I've got on sweaty outside on the farm doing things. No matter how tired I am, if I take a bath or a shower, and sometimes both, because that's just how I roll, I feel much better. What about you? So I know I've talked a lot in this video, and I apologize. It's just how I felt like I had to tell these stories to you, because I care about you all, and just wanted to share a bit more about who I am and what I believe and why I believe what I may believe. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed the bubble test, or lather test, or just Patrick wasting time and talking to himself of the Buttermint Bunnies. This isn't the bunny, of course. The Barista coffee soap, which is nice and exfoliating, smells wonderful, and the Herbalist Blend. And the bunnies are already in the shop. Most of them have already sold out. The Barista and the Herbalist Blend will be added to the shop probably this weekend. I just have to find time to do it. I hope you enjoyed this, everyone. Have a fantastic day. Goodbye.